Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market morning update, where we're bringing you everything you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back, and thank you all so much for being here. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. We're headed into an extremely busy week with earnings. We have 178 companies from the S&P 500 reporting this week. Of course, I'll be here in the morning covering as much as possible, but to stay up to date with as many earnings as you can, make sure you head over to TipRanks TV, where you can find Fabio and his aftermarket recap. He'll get you up to speed on what's been happening throughout the day and into the after hours. Now, of course, this morning we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and the morning's biggest gainers and losers. So let's get right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are in the red currently this morning as investors juggle concerns over how quickly the Fed will increase rates and amidst increased lockdowns in China based on a rise of COVID cases. Currently, Dow futures are down 0.82%, S&P 500 futures down 0.91%, and NASDAQ futures down 0.97%. Twitter has tapped payments processor Stripe to help offer its creators the option to get their earnings in cryptocurrency. Twitter has introduced different programs for creators on its platform to monetize their fans. This includes ticketed spaces and super follows. There are people who may want to participate in Twitter's creator reward programs, but they do not hold the US dollar or preferred other payment methods. For them, Twitter has teamed up with Stripe to provide them with an option to pay with cryptocurrency. In the pilot program, Twitter and Stripe are initially offering the option to pay with US dollar-pegged stablecoin USDC. They plan to support additional cryptocurrencies in the future. Analysts currently rate the Twitter stock a hold with a slight downside potential of 6%. And Amazon workers at a sorting center in New York are set to vote on unionization today. The vote is at a warehouse called LDJ5, which employs about 1,500 people and starts this morning and will run through April 29th, with the ballot count expected to begin on May 2nd. The vote comes just weeks after Amazon workers at the larger Staten Island JFK 8 fulfillment center voted to unionize, becoming the first U.S. facility to do so in the tech giant's 28-year history. Analysts currently rate the Amazon stock a strong buy with an average upside of 42%. Now moving over to notable earnings reports. Now, as I mentioned at the start, a very busy week for earnings, with 178 of the S&P 500 companies reporting. Of course, I'm not going to list them all, but you can see some of the big names here, such as UPS, Microsoft, Google, Boeing, Spotify, Facebook, Ford, PayPal, Twitter, Amazon, Apple, Roku, and many, many more. Luckily for me, we are easing into things this week, and so far have just heard from Coca Cola. They saw revenue rise 16% to $10.5 billion versus the $9.83 billion expected. Earnings also came in ahead of analyst expectations at 64 cents versus 58 cents expected. Despite the suspension of its Russian business, the company reiterated its full-year outlook of revenue growth of 7 to 8% and comparable earnings per share growth of 5 to 6%. Analysts currently rate their stock a moderate buy with an average upside of over 4%. We also heard from Phillips Electronics, who came in below analyst expectations. They reported first quarter earnings of 32 cents per share on revenue of $4.3 billion. Their revenue fell 6.9% compared to the same quarter last year. The stock does not have any current analyst ratings, though we may see some update after this earnings report. And one more company that just reported was Activision Blizzard. They just reported first quarter earnings of 64 cents per share, coming in below the analyst estimates of 67 cents per share on revenue of $1.8 billion. Analysts currently rate their stock a strong buy with an average upside of 21%. Now let's take a look at which stocks are this morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by Intercorp Financial Services after they announced their quarterly dividend. Under the ticker IFS, the stock is currently up about 5%. They're followed by Twitter under the ticker TWTR. Their stock is up 4.7% as talks with Elon Musk advance. And Highwoods Properties under the ticker HIW. Their stock is up 4.8% on no distinct news. Our biggest losers this morning are led by Phillips Electronics following their earnings report. Under the ticker PHG, the stock is currently down over 11.6%. They're followed by Aluminum of China under the ticker ACH. Their stock is down about 8% as lockdowns increase in China. And Forge Global Holdings under the ticker FRGE. The stock is down 7% after ending the week up 20%. This stock has been quite volatile following their SPAC merger on March 22nd. So that is going to be everything for Monday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know before that opening bell. Make sure you catch Fabio's aftermarket update exclusively at TipRanks TV. There'll be links in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic Monday, and I'll see you back here next time.